Hello everyone and welcome to Scottish Summit. My name is Karoliina Kettukari.
And with you have me, Amanda Stanner. So welcome very much to our session, everybody.
And today we are going to talk about modern teamwork with Teams as a platform. And we are going to show you why you should do this and how you can do this with real-life demos.
Super excited, and I hope that you're as excited as we are.
Yay!
And something that I really enjoy doing for my session is to just tell you who we are before you're about to hear us talk for 30, 40 minutes. So Karoliina, who are you?
Thank you. So my name is Karoliina Kettukari and I'm from Finland. I'm a Microsoft MVP in Office Apps and Services. And I'm working for a modern work lead at a Finnish company called Meltlake. And basically everything I do at work revolves around Microsoft Teams and how you can develop internal communications, improve your teamwork with the help of Teams and other M365 tools. And I also host 2 user groups. So the other one is Adoption and Change Management Teams Europe, together with Amanda and some other super great community people. And the other one is, of course, Teams Community Finland, here in Finland. I'm active in LinkedIn and in Twitter, so please feel free to follow me in there as well. And it's great to be here with you today.
Okay, thank you, Karoliina. So hello, my name is Amanda Stanner, and just as Karoliina, I'm also a Microsoft MVP in Office Apps and Services. And me and Karoliina actually met through this amazing community, which is super fun to be able to meet people around the world. I'm working as a modern workplace specialist at a Swedish consultancy firm called Avega, and well, I pretty much do everything Microsoft Teams besides coding is usually what I say, but we'll see. Maybe I'll start coding any day. Who knows? And besides AMC Teams Europe's, the user group I'm co-hosting Karoliina, I'm also one of the organizers for a Swedish conference called Teamsdagen. So a lot of exciting Teams content out there for you to find if you want to engage and deep dive in this fun topic. I'm not as active on LinkedIn as Karoliina, but I'm pretty active on Twitter and on my blog where you can find me. So I think that's pretty much about us, and let's get into it. But before we get into the actual content, a big shout out, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. You're making Scottish Summit possible, and we're really glad that you're sponsoring us. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a pretty short and concise agenda for the upcoming session. So we will talk about the background, Teams as a platform, why is it important, a little bit more so you know why you should do this. Then we have the really exciting parts, the demo bonanza. We have prepared some super exciting and fun, engaging demos for you. 4, yeah, sorry, 4. I don't want to spoil it with how many, but so this will be very fun, and we're praying for the demo gods, but I think we made our sacrifice now to be able to succeed. And of course, we will end with a summary. So talk you through the demos and the background and what's the next step. And something to add here before we actually get into the content is that be sure to use the Scottish Summit app to ask your questions, and we will answer them. We will answer them sometime. So I think that's it. So Karoliina, are we ready to get started?
Yes, I think we are super ready to get started with our content.
Nice. Okay.
So before we will go to the actual demos, we just wanted to share 2 slides more. So first of all, we wanted to talk a little bit about what Teams as a platform means, not only technology-wise, but also psychology-wise. Because a lot of times when we are talking about improving business processes or creating solutions with Teams as a platform, we are talking about making work more effective, or we are talking about being more productive. We are maybe also talking about working harder or working more or even working longer days. But I think the huge topic and huge theme of today is employee experience. And I also want to think about how you can utilize technology that Teams as a platform offers to enable to a super great and excellent employee experience. So maybe instead of thinking just how much more effective can you be or how much more productive your business processes can become, you should also start thinking about how you can work smarter with Teams as platform, how you can make your work more sustainable. And of course, in these remote times, it's also super important to think about how we can feel the sense of belonging or sense of togetherness, even when we are working in physically different places. And this is also something Microsoft has taken into account, because just a few weeks ago, they announced this totally new, super cool employee experience platform called Microsoft Viva. And I think that's something you will hear a lot more in the future, because basically Microsoft Viva will combine all of those employee experience, well-being, insights, learning kind of things inside Teams as part of Teams as a platform.
Yeah, and just a quick add-on here on Teams as a platform. Microsoft often talks about Microsoft Teams as the hub for teamwork, and that it's so much more than just chatting and having meetings and calls, and it is truly the one-stop shop where we can add different layers of helping our day to get smarter. So it's really exciting that you can do so much. And which brings me to our next slide before it's actually time for the demos. Teams as a platform easier than you might think. So what is Teams as a platform? What can it be? And we have divided this into 3 different categories. We have the zero gravity. So this is like up in space, super simple, really easy. So for example, we have tabs. We have tabs in chats, we have tabs in channels. So there are both Microsoft tabs, such as, well, forms or lists. We have third-party tabs. For example, we have Jira. So just something, a simple tab to add to make your daily work easier. We have ready-made connectors, and connectors is a way of connecting our team channel to content that we would need on a regular basis. For example, there are connectors for Azure DevOps, where you can create, for example, a chat, a conversation message every time a story is updated or somebody comments in a story, just to really make it easy to go into that one-stop shop, the hub for teamwork, and find all the different kinds of relevant information for your day. We have Power Automate, and Power Automate can be super duper simple. There are a lot of pre-built templates. We basically just have to click them, add them, and make some small configuration settings before we can start using it. And we also have ready-made messaging extensions. So example, we have Forms that's easy to use as a messaging extension. And we also have Polly, which is, well, basically Forms, but it's non-Microsoft.
With a parrot.
Yeah, with the parrot, exactly. The parrot is fantastic. So the zero gravity, it's really easy. We just have to, what we have to do is think about what we want, and then we can just add it. No coding, no thinking, maybe some small configurations, but it's just there, easy to use. And we have the lightweight. And here we have, as you can see, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, and Power Apps. And if me and Karoliina would have held this session in a couple of months ago, these probably wouldn't have been added here on lightweight. But since the emergence of Dataverse for Teams, which is, I mean, we could talk about that for a whole session, so I'm going to keep it very short, but it's sort of like a database, which makes it a lot easier to add data. And now we have the possibility to work with these three right directly inside Microsoft Teams. It's easy to build bots. It's easy to build Power Apps. We can, with like one click, make sure everybody in our team has access to it. So thank you, Dataverse, and be sure to check out the Scottish Summit sessions if there's any interesting sessions, because it is an interesting topic.
Yeah.
But of course, it can also be a little bit more advanced. So we have the heavy duty things to use Teams as platforms. So we have bots, adaptive cards, custom connectors, custom apps, SharePoint web parts. If we want, it really is a possibility to build exactly what you want for Microsoft Teams. And even though the first two, the zero gravity and the lightweight, those maybe are for the citizen developers, there's things for the other developers as well.
Real coders.
I was going to say the real developers, but that felt harsh. I mean, I think citizen developers, wow, I'm impressed by you as well. It's hard to. But today, me and Karoliina, we will show you examples from the zero gravity and the lightweight. Maybe in the future we will be coders, who know, but not today. So what do you say, Karoliina? Do I have anything more to add here before we get into the fun parts, the demos?
Yeah, I think this is an excellent list, because usually when we are thinking about how to take the next steps in Teams, when you have been using the chat, you have been using the files, and you want to take things a bit further on. So it doesn't always mean that you have to start creating bots or coding custom connectors. You just can go to your team, go to your channel, and add a tab. And you are already extending the whole experience of Microsoft Teams.
Fantastic. But now it is time, demo time.
Fun part, yay! So me and Amanda have gathered 4 super cool demos for you today. And we are going around the theme of a happy and inclusive workplace, because of course that's the place we all want to be working in. First of all, I will show you some super simple, super out-of-the-box, ready-made things you can do with tabs in Teams. Then Amanda will take you a bit further on, and she will be talking about lists and approvals, which is also super cool. And I think the approvals came just like a couple of weeks ago. Is it right?
Yeah, really fresh.
Really fresh things as well. After that one, I will be showing you a chatbot I made, so Power Virtual Agent. And then last but not least, Amanda will show you a Power Apps inside Microsoft Teams. So lots of super cool and super easy things for you to get some ideas and try after this presentation. Cool. So let's get started with the tabs, and I will share my screen and we will jump on to Teams. So let's share my desktop, and you can see my Teams in here. So welcome. And in Teams, as you may well know, you have the themes, you have your channels, and you have your post conversations, and you have your files. But as Amanda said, you can extend your team with the super duper plus sign here, which says add a tab. And when you click the plus sign, you will find tens of different solutions and applications you can add into your team. And of course, we have all of those familiar Microsoft solutions, such as OneNote, Tasks, Power BI, etc. But also those third-party applications, such as Jira, Asana, Azure DevOps, etc. All of these third-party applications may not be available to you because your IT administration can control which of these applications are visible. But even if you have only the normal Microsoft applications, there is lots of things you can do directly with those. First of all, we go to the plus sign. We can add tabs in here. We can also add applications here in the left-hand rail navigation. But one cool thing is also if you go to your discussion, you can actually add applications in your discussion feed. And here we can have praise, we can have approval flow. And as you can see in here, you can also make these super cool custom praise badges in your Teams admin center. So of course, I wanted to give some praise to Amanda. And this is also quite a new thing that came to Teams a couple of months ago. And because I think we too rarely give praise and kudos to one another, so utilizing this praise and making these custom praise badges in Teams is a super simple, super easy way to give the better employee experience to everyone. But if we go back to the tabs, we can of course utilize Microsoft Lists. And the great thing in Lists is that you already have several ready-made templates you can utilize. And Amanda will go deeper into Lists a little bit later. But as you can see, you don't have to start with nothing. You can click on those templates we have in here, or you can start a list from Excel or from some other existing list. And if you have utilized lists in SharePoint before this, you may well notice that lists in Teams is maybe a bit more visual, maybe a bit more easier to use than lists in SharePoint. So for example, this conference timetable, I did just well, like one or two clicks, and I already can see all those different panels, different persons, different session types, etc. So super easy to set up inside your channel and inside your team. And when I mentioned the Viva thing, so in Ignite last autumn, Microsoft announced this SharePoint home site application that will come into Teams. So basically, you can insert your SharePoint internet into as an application into the left-hand rail navigation. And now with Viva, they branded the thing as Viva Connections. And it's the SharePoint internet, as you can see, but also with the Viva Connections, you will gain lots of more other relevant things in your teams to keep everyone in your company engaged and informed. So I'm really waiting forward to this thing right here. And the last thing I want to show you with tabs is that when we actually think about all those different applications we can utilize inside Teams, we often forget the simplest one and the most easiest one. Because we can actually insert just a simple document, a PDF, PowerPoint, Excel, as a tab in Teams. And when you, for example, have some kind of PDF, some kind of rule book, guidelines, you are going to use on a regular basis. So you want to read them daily, or you have some Excel file you need every day at your work. It's super simple and super easy just to add the file as a tab in your team. And here's me and Amanda in Teamstack a year ago. Oh, those days you could see people live.
Oh, hopefully soon.
Yes, hopefully soon. But yeah, back to you, Amanda. So you have some cool another demo to show to us.
Yeah, and very exciting about the tabs. I mean, tabs can bring so much value, and just as you showed, Karoliina, it's like basically a click and it's there. So super simple. But now I will show you the next step, a little bit more advanced. So let me see. Okay, not the presentation. I'm going to show you this one. Okay, so I want to show you a fun combination of the new approvals app. So the approvals app came, I'm not sure about the time, but a couple of weeks ago, and it's an app where you can send approvals, you can approve them, you can reject them. And to make it a little bit more smart, I decided to show you how you can combine it with Microsoft Lists. So let's jump here into our internet team, and I'm going to jump into the Stockholm office. Since I'm from the Stockholm office, Karoliina is from the Helsinki office, and something that's very important to create a fun and engaging workplace is afterworks. And I learned that afterwork is apparently, it's not an English word, it's a Swedish term. I'm not sure if you have it in Finland as well, Karoliina, afterwards.
Yes, we do afterwards. Yeah.
So, but basically, you meet after work, you have a Coca-Cola, or you have a beer, or you have some potato chips, or you go bowling, whatever. It's something fun to do. So, in the Stockholm office, we wanted to create a bit of a flow for asking for money and asking for approval. So here we have this little list called requests for after work. So I'm going to start here with showing you the list, and then we'll take it from there. So here we have a bunch of different items. These are a bunch of different requested after works. So we have some Friday afterwards. We have some Wednesday afterwards. We have Shrove Tuesday, which is soon where you eat the cake with the cream and thing in Sweden, at least. But to make it a little bit smarter, I want people to be able to add the request for after work, and then the flow is started in Power Automate, and it sends an approval to the manager, and the manager, she or he, approves or rejects. So it's simple as that. So I have one list for the request, and then I have another list for the managers. But I thought that I wanted to show you Power Automate before I actually show you how it works and how simple it is. And okay. So here we have Power Automate, and I said I built the flow for this. And built it's pretty harsh to say. I added one of the pre-made flows. So there is a flow in Power Automate called when an item is created in the SharePoint list, send approval and create item. So I just picked this one. It has all of the different components. The only thing I need to do is add the configuration and just make sure everything is right. So we create it and approval is started. I don't want to get into these details because it's more fun to see how it works. We have different conditions, so it can be in yes, and then the list is updated. It can be no, and the list is also updated. So pretty simple, and I added just a few tweaks here and there to make it a little bit more engaging, but it is so easy to add one of these pre-built flows. You don't even have to think that much, and even though I don't consider myself a citizen developer, I'm just in the beginning of that. even I can do this, and it's so fun to just try, and when you fail, try again, and then you will succeed. So enough about that. Let's get back here and create a new item. And as Karoliina said, lists is so easy. So in this list, I added title, or I haven't added that because that's the standard one, but I added status, date, and the budget. So let's say celebrate if I can spell it. Harsh, okay. And I guess that will be today. I'm not sure exactly when the session ends, so let's say 6.
6
Maybe we
a.m.
should call
pretty early.
am I in it wrong? I know this AM and PM. I hate it. It's in the middle of the night. Okay, PM. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change this to share pints. But I'm not sure what the word is for Teams. Okay, and the budget, I'm gonna make it big budget. So this is in euro, so a lot of money. Okay, saving it. And as Karoliina said, this is a SharePoint list in the bottom, but this is just so easy and good looking. So for example, here for the budget field, I added this simple way of showing if it's a large budget or if it's a okay budget. I think the limit here is 1,000 or so, but this is clearly above that, but that's fine. We have money. We have money. And the status is waiting since we're waiting for the approval. And now we will have a short break. Now we know it's perfect. I'm like, I wonder how long it will take. But as you can see here, I have a new activity here. And the reason for that is, well, I'm both the manager and the person asking for the after work. So I do all the yeah, I know it's really convenient. So okay, Amanda, you can have a lot of money for the Scottish Summit after work. So we have the activity. Here we said Amanda sent you a request. And Amanda added a new list item that needs approval. And we will have the description, the title, Celebrate Scottish Summit. We have the date with the time zone. That's a pretty ugly format, but it gives an idea. I created it, and that's my budget. If I click the link, I will see the list item in the SharePoint list, but I have all the different information that I need here. So I'm not going to give myself a hard time about this. I'm just going to approve it.
Yay!
And let's see. And as you can see here, I'm also the one woman show, so I will have my approved status. So that's nice. I can see that Amanda approved it. And if we go back here to the team, I can both see here in the Stockholm office that it's approved. So now we know that this is happening and we can start planning for this big extravagant party. But also, if I go into the management and leadership channel, so here we also have one for the Stockholm team for all the managers in the Stockholm office. And there I've also added a list, which basically takes all of the different items that's being approved and sends them here. And now you can see this is super ugly looking, but this was just the first click. So we have the link to the original form, the original list item, I mean, and we have the name for it. So my idea is that you could expand this even further. So maybe we don't want too many different places, but I thought it could be very nice for the managers to be able to go in this list to see, okay, this is how large of a budget we approved, etc. And yeah, so this is it, and just a really fun and easy way to combine lists with approvals and make it easy. We could show this from the mobile, but we have too much more to show. So I think that's it for this exciting approvals app and lists example. Karoliina, over to you and your next demo.
Thank you. That was awesome, because think about how many manual approval processes you have in your office, where you, for example, fill out forms, or not forms, fill out Excels, fill out Word documents, send them via email, and then wait for approval. When you can do that like in just a couple of minutes inside Teams. So awesome. So let's jump into our third demo of today. So now I'm going to talk about chatbots, because they are so cool. So when you click on the three dots here in the left-hand rail, you can add Power Virtual Agents in your team. And Power Virtual Agents is basically a chatbot you can create and use inside one team. And you can really create. Microsoft says it takes 5 minutes, no code. And believe me, it really, really works. So actually, you can start with just an empty template by clicking Start Now, and then start discovering everything you can do with a chatbot. But I have created here for you this super cool bot called Milo. Because I like to give my bots some names, I have also a bot called Adam, but this one is Milo. And I have no idea why I see this GUID in here instead of its name, but anyway. So Milo is here, and I will say hi to Milo, because it's also always nice to tell hi to people when you meet them for the first time. So of course the bot will ask, how can he help me today, or she can help me today? So maybe I will need a new laptop. So let's see if the bot can help me with that one. Okay, so the bot says that they have 3 different options for a laptop, and I can choose. This is a nice one. So I can choose between Surface Laptop 3, Surface Pro, and MacBook Pro. Okay, so at the moment I actually have the laptop 3, so maybe I could try the new cool Pro 7. I will choose that one, and then the bot will tell me it's an excellent choice. So quite a nice bot, thank you. And actually this process is pretty fast, because it also says that I will receive my Surface in just 2 business days. Cool. I want to rate my experience as 5, because of course it was the best experience. Yeah, I know. Can I help with anything else? Maybe you can, because sometimes when we are working remotely or we are having breaks, we get a bit bored during our days. So maybe I want to tell to Milo that I'm a bit bored. And of course, Milo is a super nice bot. It wants to entertain me. And also it asks, do I like cute animals? Yes, I do like cute animals. Music videos, illusions? Yeah, maybe I want to see music video today. Let's see, what music makes you move it? Hard questions, Milo. Maybe today I want to listen to something pretty energetic. Okay, so Milo will say, why not try to learn some shuffle dance? Okay, and it will say here is a simple tutorial. Actually, it's a YouTube link. I won't open it for you at the moment because of, I don't know, what's the word? So we don't get any troubles with copyright laws. But anyway, we have to be careful nowadays. So this is just a super simple example of how you can build a bot that can be both entertaining but also informative. And I really built this. It took me 15 minutes to do all of this. I have no prior experience in building chatbots. I don't code like anything, but I did this in 15 minutes with Power Virtual Agents in Teams. And I think this is super, super cool. Cool.
I agree. I love Power Virtual Agents, and I love how super easier it is now that we have the apps right inside Microsoft Teams. Before you could add your bots to Teams, but it was a lot of more clicks. So I love it. It's so fun to build bots.
Awesome. So now we have the last demo of today.
Okay, so let me get back to sharing, and I hope that you can see my screen. And for the last example, I wanted to show you I want to show you a sample app that Microsoft has given to us that's a Power App. And just as with the Power Virtual Agents, now we have the Power Apps as well in Microsoft Teams. I'm not going to go that way, but we can search for it here if I'm clicking Power Apps, yeah, and a lot of exciting things. But we don't even have to do that. So here we have our internet team, as the fantastic team it is, and we have the strategy planning 2021. And a good and vital part of planning forward is engaging your employees and including them. Because everybody knows that engaged and included employees are, well, they're better employees because they're more happy, they're more likely to root for your company, to be there, and just to, everything is a lot better. So we have this fantastic sample app that's a Power App that Microsoft just brought to us. It's there. We will add it as a tab, as Karoliina showed in our first demo, and it's just to start using it. So let me open the tab Employees Ideas. And what is Employee Ideas? Well, it is a way for us as an employee to gather different ideas from our coworkers. We can create campaigns. So let's see. Here we are. And first we have our weekly top contributors. Can't pronounce the word. Karoliina and me, of course, we're always there doing stuff. We have weekly top ideas, and here we have a bunch of different campaigns. And a campaign is a way of gathering the different ideas into a way that makes sense. So, for example, here we have a campaign that's called Return to Workplace. So this is valid for when everybody gets back to work. We have ideas for workplace safety. We have ideas for the next summer party. So the campaigns can be, we can decide that both managers only can create them, or we can decide that everyone can create campaigns. So it's basically up to your imagination and how you want to engage with your employees. So let's open the ideas for summer party. And here we can see we have a description, we have an image, and what we're asking for here in this specific campaign is ideas for the summer party. And if I just decide to submit an idea, I can write, okay, so what are my ideas for the summer party? Have a cool DJ. I can add an image. Now I don't have an image of a cool DJ, so I won't add that. I can add a description. Music is nice. And then we have the different impact. And I'm going to quickly show you creating a new campaign about these different options. But I mean, high impact on the DJ. And then we have this specific one. How COVID friendly is the idea? Well, a cool DJ at the place, maybe one. But if we have a cool DJ remote. Maybe it's a 5. So let's give it a 3. And I will submit the idea. And this is just so easy. This is the app is it's you just add it and you start using it directly. So then we have, so let's open another one just to see how it is. And I'm going to open this fantastic idea by myself. And this idea is have the party from home. So it's probably weird times and it's better to make sure that we're staying safe. Let's have the summer party from home. This has a high COVID friendliness. And I like this idea, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And let's get back. So here I have thumbs up. And as more people go in and vote, we will see more thumbs up. So if we just jump back into the post page, I can see here that, first of all, a new campaign was added, ideas for the summer party. And this will make sure that everybody in the team can see it. I've written a message here to say, hello, please go and have a look, add your votes, have fun, doopy doopy doopy. And then I can also decide to post my different ideas. So we can have people are getting engaged because they're creating ideas. People are getting more engaged since they can vote and write replies here. Oh, nice idea. And people are just feeling like they're part of the company and they're important. So if we quickly jump back here to our app, now it's loading. It's just so easy for people to add ideas. And it's so easy for people to vote on things. And it really creates a workplace where we foster creativity and foster new ideas. So I think that's it. I think we're running on the end of time, Karoliina. So let's get back to our presentation and add a few finishing words.
Yes,
before.
awesome.
Yeah. So know what?
Yes. So we talked about what does it mean when you think about Microsoft Teams as a platform. And I think me and Amanda's message in here really is to not to overthink it and not to think it too complex, but you really start thinking about those small, super simple things you can do out of the box, adding tabs, adding ready-made connectors, adding ready Power Apps you have already there in place.
Yeah, and I really hope that our different examples show you. And now it was quick, no deep dive into the different options, but the Power Virtual Agent Karoliina built so easy. The Power Apps, the employee's idea, so easy. Adding lists and approvals, and it's just fun to try out, engage, and everybody fail. Me and Karoliina, we are pro at this topic. We fail as well, but we try it, we fail, we try it, we succeed. And that's just the spirit you should have with using Microsoft Teams as a platform.
Yeah, they all are there already. So just go and see what is it there and try and then succeed. Have fun with it.
Yeah, that's the most important, to have fun, because then everything gets a little bit better. And I think that's it. So now please write your questions in the app or on Twitter or on LinkedIn or our websites, and we will make sure to answer them. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for coming and listening to our session.
Thank you so much for me. I hope you got some maybe new ideas and reach us out in LinkedIn or in Twitter if you still have any questions or comments.
Yeah, so and thank you, Scottish Summit, for having us, and I hope that you're excited for the rest of the day and that you will have your after work virtually afterwards with something to drink. So thank you and bye.
Have a great day. Bye bye.